Please note the game is disturbing themes and explicit. This list is no way exhausted or complete, and this list will present in every playthrough. Please exercise caution while playing. Violence, graphic depictions of death, gore, homophobia, and incestophilia could append. Hello, what's up, CoolInc, and welcome back to a new video. This time I'm playing without a voice. So let's just start. When cold, cruel destiny has thee within her grasp, thou may endure bravely, dear, to change thy path. But faith cares not with twisted road you choose to take. You dance atop her palm, with airy choice you make. Day 1. It was a morning like any other day. The tragedy soon to unfold would affect few people. The time would swiftly forget it. For those involved, however, that morning was maelstrom, drawing them each in closer and closer still. It began innocently enough with a exiled princess in a terrible predicament.
Oh dear, I run out of firewood. I noticed it yesterday. This had caught me quite unawares.
The ex-princess in question was named Cassidy. She was the eldest child of the kingdom of Vernamere. Unfortunately, her determination and willpower were short-lived.
As I thought, firewood isn't just lying on the ground waiting to be picked up.
I missed one. Darn it. Faced with so many different types of trees, most of them quite large, she was unsure how to proceed. Look for birch. Birchwood is the most flammable, and it's going to be the easiest to start out with.
Why? You're as radiant as ever.
There's many views to take pleasure in the forest, but this one in particular always brought her delight. Though she had lived here now for some seasons, the tree before her seemed never to change.
I don't know much about wisteria. They meant to stay in bloom year round. Perhaps the winters here are mild. Wisteria shall wither, not than flakes of winter fall. Yet all must someday perish while heeding nature's call.
But nature wields not power o'er us all. Tension. Cassidy's heart struck her throat as she followed the sound and caught sight of a woman sitting there. She had never before seen a woman so breathtakingly beautiful.
My apologies for interrupting your poem, madam. It was only a couplet. You did not interrupt so much as improved it. Oh, then, all the better. But it is not safe to be deep in the wood. Tarry not. I live here. It is quite safe, I assure you. I dare say I've lived here much longer than you.
Elwyn was tirelessly helpful. It was who thought Cassidy to gather smaller bits of kindling, and to use the hatchet that was provided insufficient. It was, if you were to wrap smaller branches together, then they shall burn just fine.
I see. Oh, I'm certainly glad that they've chopped down the whole tree. I was worried about that.
Yes, once felled, a tree can never rise again. Take of them their fruit, their branches, but spare them their roots and lifeblood. Has trouble leaving things be. The disparity between Elwyn's indifferent expression and the biting tone of her voice made Cassidy heartache. Must have had a bad experience.
I agree. Nature is wonderful, isn't it?
At time as they can be. The Cassie forgot all about her fatigue and weight of her burden. She certainly is opinionated, but she must have so much more experience living independently than I.
I hope I'm not a bother to her.
And with that, the once princess returned home, blissfully unaware of the roots that were, this very moment, grabbing hold of her heels and pulling her beneath. It is said a fool repeats his days, changing not, but expecting change. I posit these men are by routine hogtied. They expect not and are by not satisfied. Day 2. Here we go. Oh, how times change a person. Cassidy reached her beloved wisteria tree before long, and drank in the sight of it. She ran up to the tree and circled it with her arms as if meaning to embrace it.
Hello there, tree. You are looking as lovely as ever today, though I was certain someone sits not beneath your boughs this afternoon.
She leaned to one side, then another, looking around the tree and into the forest to see if she might spy a window or the billowing of the chimney smoke. Sadly, she could not make out, only more trees.
I can't suppose that Elowen lives in a tree, does she?
Certainly not.
As I fear I live in the ground.
Though puzzled by Elowen's hesitation, Cassidy was overjoyed that her invitation had been accepted. There was a spinning in her step as she led the woman to her home. It was only in front of the cottage that Cassidy suddenly understood what an imperious thing it was that she was doing. Is the house clean enough? She could not seem to recall when she had last swept or aired out her bedding.
Is this where you live? Yes? It's charming.
Thank you.
I wish I could take more credit for that. The house here was here long before I arrived. Even the furniture is not truly my own.
Still, it suits you.
Thank you.
Bolstered by Elowen's reaction, Cassidy finally gained the courage to follow through. She opened the door wide, gesturing for the other woman to enter.
Quite spacious. You live here alone? That's right! It's not so bad. I don't have anyone who tell me what to do or where to go. I have a friend now that I've never known before. Whoa. Perhaps, but sometimes I believe that being tied down to something is easier. Freedom's hard, guys. If you don't realize you're being strangled, it's just a pleasant, lightheaded feeling. I don't really understand. It's alright if you don't. Elwyn walked slowly from one part of the room to the next. Her fingertips ghosted over every surface. She looked to be seeking the essence of each object, taking in every minute, flaw, and deciphering its true nature. Cassidy wondered what Elwyn might discover about her if only she allowed it. If only she dared. It was unbearably quiet. Just then Elwyn came across the book Cassie had been free. Oh, that's the book my brother sent to me. I get so frightfully bored here that these books have become quite sensual. I'm expecting we shouldn't soon. Your brother? Elwyn was silent for a time, digesting that new information. And then her eyes fell on the half-thurzedly placed next to the book. Cassidy followed her gaze, eyes wide. She leapt forward to snatch the letter away. How much has the other one seen? She colored in mortification. Your brother is far away from here. Yes! It's beautiful, the place where you once both lived. I've not once seen it before. More beautiful than this cottage prison of yours? Cassidy could not hide her surprise at Elwyn's poisonous choice of words. Nor could she hide her sudden tears. It's not like that. She dried her tears, lightly, but with determination. Now was not the time for tears. Things are complicated. It's not as clear-cut as you seem to believe. Undoubtedly, the affairs of men oft are. However, all that, I need to know, is that he is there and you are here? That he is responsible for the difference can be inferred quite easily. You're fast ready to be able to join two magnets pulling each other into closer, and closer still. Yet Cassidy could not do it. He could not look Elwyn in the eye and tell an untruth. Elwyn looked at the window. It has gotten dark. Oh my, Elwyn, I'm not offered you tea or any refreshment. Do not trouble yourself on my account. I must away. Madame means impose for so long. You are haughty, you're so efficient. You are kind and good. Cassidy's face lit up. Kind and good things do not survive long in a world such as ours. And just as quickly as it had come, a sudden rush of delight left her. Bowing her head, the other woman was at the door and gone, leaving
hurt and confusion in her wake. When she looked out the window to glimpse at the same view that Elwyn had just behind, what Cassidy saw before her was a bleak uncertainty. Without wisdom or experience, storms shall ill-weathered be. But when you are nearby, dear one, no storms can bother me.